Hello, my name is Cynthia Stella and I am a Green Talk and I welcome you to yet another interesting edition of the program, Tango Let's See. Today I have with me in the house to paddle this beautiful canoe on this discourse with me in the person of Austin Ian. He's not a stranger, he's not new to this program. Austin Ian, you're welcome.
Thanks for having me, Stella.
It's good to have you again.
Yeah,
I miss you.
You are looking radiant in red.
Thank you. All right, today, Austin, we're going to talk about there's been a high rate of divorce cases in Nigeria as it is. And it's not just among celebrities. I think we hear more about celebrities because they are celebrities. I think it happens everywhere presently in Nigeria. I know it's new to us. It's new to us in the sense that people get married in 1 year, in less than a year, they are talking about breakups. And it's a painful thing. The painful part in all of this is that they come on social media to say all sorts about their spouses, forgetting that the internet does not forget. What's your take?
Well, it may be new in our climate, as you say, but it's not new in, say, the Western world, particularly the US, where statistics show that for a long time, that half of all marriages end up in divorce within the first 5 years, 3 to 5 years. That has been a long-standing trend for a while now. So the reasons why that is so in that society and beginning to replicate itself here is because those factors that account for divorces, the high rate of divorces there, are beginning to show in our our society.
We have become so westernized.
Yes, we are becoming not just westernized and Americanized.
Okay.
Because it's not widespread. It's not all over the West.
Yeah.
But all over the developed world. Let me use it that and put it that way. Because when you say the West, you also include countries like Japan.
It's true.
It's not so in that country. So we are becoming Americanized. A lot of things that we did not consider, that did not appear in our society, appear there and we copy. And so the trends, not just divorce, but also homicide, suicide, so-called depression, even in the list of plenty.
Yes, that's another topic for another day. So I just
you see, divorce is just one of it comes with that whole package, that baggage of westernization. And then you talked about coming on social media to talk of these things, these confessions and all this. It's still part of the desire to appear modern, appear woke.
Yeah. I think the modern part is that we're becoming like it's not a norm. You understand?
Yes.
And sadly, not too long ago, I saw a video about a lady who was celebrating divorce in Nigeria.
Exactly, celebrating divorce. Something that in our old cultural setting would be, if not exactly shameful, at least unfortunate, regrettable. Because there are some families that when their daughter comes back home from the husband's house, they don't shame her, they welcome, but they are not happy. And every opportunity they have to reconcile, they agree, they seize it.
Yeah. Before the viewer will misconstrue what you have said, it's not like we are naming and shaming all those who have been involved in divorce cases.
Of course not.
Yeah, because there are some cases.
There are underlying, if I may, there are underlying factors. One of them, as far as I can understand, is what I call previously unnoticed incompatibility. When a couple are dating and they find it's easy if they are perceptive and ask the right questions to know
why they are in this relationship
and why they cannot go on to marriage if they are incompatible. They see, or in the early part of the marriage, if they see that or over time, maybe their interests are diverged, they are no longer on the same page on issues. They see that, okay, but the perceptive one will see that at the beginning that they are not compatible, so they take it, they step it down to something like friendship and so on. All right, but right now it's difficult for people to see incompatibility. Why? Because a lot of us are going about wearing masks. Very few people are showing their true face in our society, right? Especially among the people in their prime, who are aiming for one or two things, including the perfect marriage.
Like I say these days, everything, love cases are now transactional.
Yes.
Relationships
have become transactional.
Yeah, like what I intend. What benefits?
How does it make me look?
Yeah.
On social media, among my friends, among my club mates, among my political electorate and constituency. It's transactional. So it's not just about the person. It's how does this project? It's packaging. We're packaging ourselves for advantage in some way. How does this make me look in relation to that thing, that next step, professional step or social step I want to take on the ladder? So usually when these two people are asking themselves such questions, they say, okay, this guy looks like the kind of person that can help me exactly get to that next step. It has nothing to do with the person and its intrinsic qualities or values, whether you share values, whether you can live with each other for life and so on. So everything is transactional, like I said. So incompatibility on the basis of values and interests and likes and dislikes goes to the background.
You mentioned the word mask.
Yes.
Not too long ago, I posted something on social media. I asked this question: why is there a high rate in this divorce cases? And I got a couple of responses. And someone inboxed me and told me and talked about deceit. Then in the inbox, he told me he just got out of one. He said I could find out for myself, if what he was about to say was really true or not. He said he got into a deceitful marriage. You understand? When he talked about the mask thing, so much deceit, But there are times people say things like, you shouldn't tell your spouse so much about your past.
Okay.
You understand? But I think to an extent, your spouse should know to an extent some things that may come up later. You understand? You have an idea of what other discussions will come up and all of that.
Part of the problem of marriages and breakups these days too is unrealistic expectations. Part of one spouse or both of them. Right? The issue of discussing the past, for me, is a double-edged sword.
That's why I said to an extent.
Yeah. On one side, it simply says to your spouse to be, I'm not perfect. I'm vulnerable in this or that place. So you know that get ready to sometimes see a side of me that you probably would not like, that doesn't fit into your picture of what a husband, a mate, or a spouse should be. So because I've done this, I've been through that, so I may be weak and vulnerable in this area and all. But when you come with this, you've never done any wrong in the past. You move from victory to victory, from things to things, and then I know a couple who right now are going through a lot, simply because one of them, the man, presented himself in a particular way to the lady when he was coming for her hand in marriage. So she had this idea that he came from a very wealthy background, very privileged and so on. Whereas he was merely living serving that particular family, which he claimed as his own. So she thought she was marrying into that family. This Prince Charming from everything. Yes. And she was hoping because of her own background, that she didn't want to marry and suffer, in quotes, in marriage. Only for her to realize now that it was just maybe struggling.
She was already anticipating the soft life.
The soft life. She was just the disappointment right now is fueling their conflict.
But sometimes when you tell people the truth, they tend to. But I think the truth is still the best.
See, I think it was George Bernard Shaw that said, I like quoting because he's very wise and witty in his quotes. He said, the truth will set you free. But first, it will piss you off.
It will piss you off, right? No, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, we heard the other day about a lady who had to call off the wedding. Was it call off the wedding? She had to get out of the marriage because she got into the marriage not knowing that the man already had 4 kids. So such things, I wouldn't say she should stay in that kind of relationship.
I think the man was figuring her out too, that if I told her the truth, there would be no marriage.
But if you can hide, that's why I said truth to an extent. I'm not saying you should say everything, but there's some things that will come up. Children are not the kind of things that you can just
hide.
I'm telling you. Do you get? But then, I was watching a video not too long ago about a couple. The child of the couple.
Yes.
On Facebook sent, was it 50 years anniversary or 40 something, or decades? They got married at 18 in their teenage years, and they're still together till now, celebrating love. I looked at it like this, I said, this is what true love is all about. They've been together.
They've been through a lot of trials.
You understand? So what is it that sustains such marriages that is not sustaining present marriages? Like I told a friend the other day, I said, I'm not buying this Ashwebi uniforms for weddings. I'm not just buying anymore. Because before I buy, I know this is going to be for real.
How would you know?
No, I should. You understand? And also, if I'm buying, I wouldn't want to spend so much.
Okay, so that I don't get there'll be a reminder
that you understand.
Of the marriage.
Because when people when someone says this is nice, you say, oh, this wedding
X.
Yeah. You understand? So
yeah. I
just feel we need more patience.
I think there are. You see, the problem with marriage today is largely the problem of society. We've lost a lot of our values. Values which the coming generation seem to think are old-fashioned, belong to an earlier time, not relevant to our present age. And it's like simple honesty. Honesty. A lot of people are no longer honest. They see it as something for fools, for people who don't want to get ahead.
Yeah.
Why be honest if you are not going to make money out of it?
True.
So honesty in relationship, forthrightness, loyalty. Loyalty is one of the most basic ingredients of any human relationship. Because if you married a lady because she looked like a model, she's not going to look like that all the time. If you married a man for certain things, when those things change, when those physical appearances change, it's no longer tall, dark, and handsome, or no longer this or that. It's no longer popular, or whatever it is that you liked about him at first.
Everything
begins to go. Will you still be loyal? Loyalty is key. But it's an old-fashioned virtue
like
now.
you said, like you mentioned, we set unrealistic goals.
Yes.
For our partners.
Yeah.
And then
no, not goals. Goals. I wouldn't say goals are unrealistic. Of course, goals matter.
Yeah.
We must set goals.
Yeah, expectations.
Yes.
Sorry. Expectations. We set very unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
We forget first that we're human beings that can go wrong. Then when things arise, we're not patient enough to hang around.
Yes.
You understand? Like you said, a lot of things have become too Americanized around us now that everything seems to be.
In fact, I had this argument just to back to this quote Americanization. Somebody was celebrating the birth of the child of a celebrity, American celebrity, out of wedlock, and said that if that lady was born in Nigeria now, Nigerian father would say, God forbid this and that, and so this Nigerian father probably does not have any money, don't have be using forming holiness and righteousness. And I responded that, do you think so? Is that something we should talk about? Should there be an increase in the people giving birth to children out of wedlock? Should we be celebrating it? Should we copy everything they do in America? Should we add to the problems that we already have now by condoning certain things just because it's rampant in the US? So she made some really, I wouldn't say insulting remark that you shouldn't copy America, but you want to go there. You are doing everything you want to go and stay there.
We can actually copy the right things.
Why not? Do you know why that country is so wealthy, so powerful? It's not the subcultures that you see on this video. No, there are many people in the US who are conservative because of religion or because of social values that strengthen a society. It's not this thing you see on this video. That's just a subculture. But that's what all we see. You know, that's not what made that country great. So powerful and so on. So, well, I did a little bit of trying to educate her. It's more than just that. There are great families that I know of in that country who also will not like it if their daughter, an unmarried daughter, came home with an unwanted pregnancy.
But we won't kill them.
We won't kill them. They won't kill them.
Yeah.
But they won't celebrate it
them
as you want us to. We will feel somehow let down by some of these things.
We can go on and on, you know, but I would just like you to give just a recap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that I think one of the factors too is that gender roles have changed in our society. Okay. Yes. What our fathers saw as the proper place of the woman and the proper place of the man are no longer applicable, especially because of social pressures, economic pressures. Economic pressures. We have two income homes now. The man is working outside the home, the woman is working outside the home. And sometimes the woman is making more money than the man. And sometimes there are questions arising as to why men should have certain rights and women don't. Why things are expected from men and women. So the society is questioning these things. Some of these rules that decide what a man should be or have they are man-made. Many of them are patriarchal rules, and they are being questioned with implications for marriages. You know, that's why. And then some of these rules, of course, are religious. So I think we should also see the difference. Those rules made by a man to favor men must be assessed, but there are rules that were not made by man. We put men in a certain place and women in a certain place. We should not throw away the baby with the bathwater.
Thank you so much, Austin. So there you have it. Let's stop setting unrealistic expectations. Be patient.
So wear a mask.
Stop.
Come with your real face.
Come with your real faces and all of that. But I'll just also add here that I think couples should spend more time together.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you were talking, you said something about economic pressure and all
it's
of that.
Easier said than done.
Yes, I know, but then I think we should spend more time together.
Should be deliberate,
intentional. Be patient. We just need to be patient. It's not any better out there.
No.
You understand?
No.
I'm not saying if you're in a relationship that is
abusive
or dangerous
mental health, physical
mental health, life-threatening, don't stay there. Get out as fast as your legs can carry. But then, in a relationship that you know you can cope with, what I'm saying, sounding here that you should take away: stop setting unrealistic expectations. Be patient and be loyal. Thank you for watching. It's been the program Tango with Pillow Talk, Stella, and I've had my wonderful co-host in the person of Austin here. I wish we could go on and on for an hour, but I know we can't keep him here for too long. If you are new to this program, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're an old viewer, thank you for being with us. Until I come your way next time, stay safe and blessed. Bye for now.